All right, Shalom. This is Kanaksa An Banya Sha'ala from the GMS Lions Den Camp. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And Shalom and honors to the elders, the heads of camp that are keeping things in order throughout the camps of GMS. All right. I just want to come with a quick lesson, Shlakia, on the August 21st eclipse, um, and how Esau portrayed it, and how we as the children of Israel, the ones following Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, how we took it, all right? Because uh, they took it as they had all kind of scientists and stuff out there gathering information and talking about how wonderful this is, and really just Salakia. Which it was a wonderful thing, but not in their sense. It was a wonderful thing for them for carnal reasons, but it was a wonderful thing for us for spiritual reasons, because those are signs of our salvation, and it is what it is. Um, but they, when you got Esau, they worship these signs. We don't worship the creation, we worship the Creator. All right, and hopefully it's just not going to be real long, just real quick, straight to the point. I hope it's edifying and it does its job. All right. Um, First scripture I want to get is Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. All right, when you click on that word dismayed, right there, meaning to break down by violence or by confusion. So to be shattered or to be dismayed, to be broken. All right, so we have no reason to be confused about, we don't have to record and gather information for that event that happened, because we know what it symbolizes. All right, because we've been reading about these things before it even happened. All right, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gave us the spirit of prophecy for us to understand these things before they happen, so we have total understanding when it happens. All right, all right. It says, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. All right, so they tried to say that was a time when everybody came together and uh, there was no hate. Everybody put the hate aside just to experience this wonderful day. Yeah, but as you think about it, when Yahweh Shai parts those clouds, man, and comes down in those chariots, it's going to be in the midst of World War III. And man, at that time, they're going to put their hate aside and turn their hate towards Yahweh Shai. So and that's what you're going to see happen in these times, man. They're going to start turning their hate towards Israel even more, you know. All right. Next scripture is Luke chapter 21, verse 25. All right, and I'll probably come back to this scripture too. This is Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the seas and the waves roaring. And you see that happening. It's not a coincidence that last week, you know, earlier in the month, that you had all those things happening in Virginia. Then right after that, you had this solar eclipse like that. That's not a coincidence. That's the Lord doing His work and showing, giving us signs of our salvation. All right, I'm gonna skip up to verse 9. All right, this is Luke 21 and 9, 21 and 9. Slakia. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, Slakia, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. And he's showing us these great signs, man. All right. So what he's telling us for us not to be afraid, we're actually to be cheerful. You know, not in the way Esau was cheering at the eclipse, because they don't understand what's going on. They don't know what's going on. All right. I'm gonna skip down for 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay or resist. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. All right, so we're entering in those times, man. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not a hair on your head perish. All right, because we're entering in a time for seeking. We're about to get everlasting life, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. All right, in your patience possesses ye your souls, man. Our salvation is in our patience, man. All right, and get one more scripture. I'll go back down to 25 and read it all the way to 28. And I'm gonna close it out with that. Like I said, it's always gonna be very long, just straight to the point. We have a lot of brothers that did some real good lessons on it, you know. All right, this is Luke 21 and 25 again. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the seas and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing from fear, and for their looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall ye see the Son of Man coming in a cloud. So that's how it's going to look when Yahushua come back. Everybody's going to be looking at the sky at that point, all right, with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right. So with that being said, I want to give all glory and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostle GMS who rule well, and salutations to the elders and Akim that are out there pushing this truth and sincerity and truth, man. Our salvation is almost here, man. You know, it's right around the corner. We're almost out of here. All right. Shalom.